Greetings, algebra students. Welcome back to notes number 2. This is Dr. Heron, and I'm going to walk you through the first part here and kind of get you reminded of the order of operations. Now, most people might remember the order of operations as PEMDAS, which is right over here, parentheses first, exponent second, multiplication or division at the same time, that's going third, then addition or subtraction last. Now, what most people forget is that you need to multiply and divide in the same step and add, subtract in the same step. So when I look at this problem right here, this confuses a lot of people. Most people get this wrong because the first thing you actually want to do here to solve is this step, okay? This step right here. I want to take the 3 divided by 1/3 first, okay? Now, number one mistake people will do when they say this, they'll get the 9, they'll get the minus. Somehow, a lot of people look at that and think that it's going to be 1. That is not going to be the case. Believe it or not, not really believe it or not, it's just kind of a fact. You don't get to tell, it's not up for whether or not you believe it. 3 divided by 1/3 is actually 3 divided by 3, or 3 times 3. So this should be 9 plus 1. So my final answer is going to be 9 minus 9 plus 1 for just an answer of 1. This step right here confuses so many people, and it might have confused you at the beginning at first because you see 3 and you see 1/3 and you automatically just jump to 1. All right, so let's kind of take a look down here. So if I look at this first example, 14 plus 3 times 4. So now, no parentheses, no exponents. My multiplication goes first, so I do this step first. So it's going to be 14 plus 12. Then the only operation left is addition, so I do that second. So my final answer is going to be 26. Okay, so now on letter B over here, I've got a whole mess of parentheses inside parentheses inside parentheses and all sorts of things. So what I want to do is I want to work inside out. That means I'm going to do this first. So I'm keeping the 5, I'm keeping this bracket. This now becomes 13 minus 15. So now working inside of this set of parentheses, these brackets here, 2 times 13 is going to go next. So it's going to be 26 minus 15. So I still keep the 5. Then 26 minus 15 will be 11. That is actually multiplication, but it doesn't matter because it's the last step. So my answer is going to be 55. So that I'm hoping is review. That you might have gotten twisted around at a place or two, but that should be pretty familiar to you. So now let's look here. Somebody is right, somebody is wrong. Either Amir is correct or Bart is correct. And let's take a look and see which one is going to be correct. So both same problem. So first step is they want 3 squared and 3 squared. That is exponents inside of parentheses. So yeah, you definitely want to do that first. So they both get that. So far, those are the same, and those should probably be correct. Now, next thing is they add the 9 plus 2. Okay, so far, these two are the exact same. So far, so good. That's the correct order. You want to square those. You want to take 3 times 3, 3 squared, get 9, add 2, get 11. So now let's take a look. So here, this one becomes 45 minus 6 and gets 39. This one goes negative 6 plus 11 and gets negative 17. Then this one just adds the first 2, adds the last thing, gets 64. Then this one subtracts, then adds, or no, this one adds 17 and 14. So you have 45 minus 31 and somehow gets 35, which is ironic because 45 minus 31 is not 35 at all. Okay, so I think we can justifiably say Bart here is going to be wrong. And where he was wrong is at this step right here. when he took this and got negative 17. That should not have happened, okay? Even with negative 6 plus 11, even if I was going to do that, I should have gotten positive 5 right here, and even then, that still would have been wrong. So Amir is going to be correct with 64. So now jumping over to the back. Now, I've got a fraction, yes. Fraction actually means division, if you remember that from 1-1. But here's kind of the way I want to think about this. I want to think about this whole top thing as one thing. And I want to think about the whole bottom thing as one thing. You see how it's all in one large fraction. That changes where the division happens. Okay, that changes where the division happens. What this kind of says is do everything on the top, do everything on the bottom, and I'm actually going to divide last. Okay, based on the way this is written. Okay, this is written with this is one big large fraction. So I'm going to take 4 times 5. So I'm going to get 20. On the bottom, I'm going to get 5. So it's going to be 20 divided by 5, or 20 over 5. And my final answer is going to be 4. Okay? I wanted to do this problem because I want to draw your attention to the fact that this is one large fraction. So I want to do that step last. Okay, so now what happens when I need to start substituting numbers in? So if I put in 5 for A and 2 for B, so rewritten, this is going to be 7 times 5. And again, I am substituting exactly for the letter. In place of the letter, I'm just putting the number. And then I've got to simplify from there. So what I've got to do is take 2 plus 2, that's in parentheses. So now, multiply first. So that is 35 minus 16. So now that's my last step. 35 minus 16 is going to be 19. There's my answer. For number 2, I'm going to substitute in exactly for my numbers, for my letters. Now, the way this is written, okay, I'm doing everything on the top first. So all of this stuff is going to go before dividing by 5. So I'm going to take 30 plus 15 and get 45. And then my last step is going to be divided by 5. So that's going to be 9. Okay. So now, what do all these little things mean with the numbers up in the upper corner? What is that about? Let's take a look. So these are my exponents, right? 2 squared is 2 times 2. 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2. So I don't have any parentheses, but I have exponents. So exponents need to go next. So quick test of my squares here. 4 squared is going to be 16. Keeping the same sign, 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. So that's going to be 8. Divided by 2 squared is going to be 4. So now exponents are all gone. Now I do multiplication left to right. So I leave that 5 plus alone. Okay, 16 times 8 is going to be 128 minus 8 divided by 4 is going to be 2. Okay, so I'm going to do 5 plus 128, so it's 133 minus 2 for a final answer of 131. Okay, so I did exponents first, then I did multiplication and division, same step, then I did addition and subtraction in the next step. All right, so let's take a look here. The way this is written, I have to do everything inside of the parentheses first, and then my last step is divided by A. So if I substitute in there, I'm going to take that whole thing divided by 2. This is like saying 2 cubed plus 6 squared, that whole thing over 2. So 2 cubed is just 8. 6 squared, 6 times 6 is going to be 36. And I want to put those together first before I divide. So 36 and 8 is going to be 44, divided by 2 is going to be 22. Okay, so now that you have those notes, go on and look at practice number 2. Take your time. I will warn you, fair warning, your calculator might be wrong, especially if you use like the calculator on your phone. The calculator on your phone, and sometimes the calculators from like TI or Casio, don't always do order of operations the way you want. Okay, so be careful with that, all right? Your calculator may be wrong. Okay, especially if you just type everything in there at once and hit enter and hope you're right. I would be very careful about that answer. Okay, just because I've seen that be wrong quite a bit. All right, I look forward to your questions. Thank you.